Let's be honest, Uzbekistan is not really a country that springs to mind when we're talking about football. Although their FIFA international ranking is seemingly high, currently at 58 above the likes of Ghana, Ireland and Albania, their ranking hasn't stopped rising in fact, since one player made his debut. That player has rapidly, in only about 4 years, stepped up from playing academy football in his own country to being one of the most sought after young players in Europe, snapped up by one of its biggest clubs. Born in Tashkent, the Uzbek capital, on the 29th of February 2004 into a football-obsessed family, his father, Hikmat Hashimov, played professionally, including for the national team. Abdukodir Khusanov began his playing career as a centre-back, joining the academy of local team Bunyodkor, where perhaps poetically his father retired. During his time at the academy, he was called up to play for his country at under-17 level, featuring in 2 friendlies against the Belarusian and Belgian equivalent sides. However, he only stayed at Bunyodkor for a few years and never got into the first team due to coaches deeming him too small and thin. So, in March of 2022, at 18, he left and was signed by Belarusian Premier League club energetik-bgu. He made his debut for the club on the 19th against Vitebsk, playing a full 90. He scored his first goal on the 2nd of May against Neman Grodno and impressively also assisted 2. In a match on the 29th against Slavia Mosra, he scored his first penalty. In a mid-season international break, he was called up again, this time for the under-19s, playing 2 more friendlies, both against Belarus, once deputising in defensive midfield. In August, Khusanov was included in the list of the most promising players in the world according to the International Centre for Sports Research. Energetik finished second in the league, with Abdukodir featured in the league team this season, ending on a total of 3 goals, 4 assists and 10 clean sheets. In September, he played twice for the under-20s against Slovakia. Then, at the beginning of 2023, Khusanov was selected in the 23-man squad for the under-20 Asian Cup, hosted in his home country. He played every minute in every game, beating Australia and South Korea on the way to the final, which they beat Iraq 1-0 to win the tournament for the first time ever. Despite interest from other clubs, Energetik kept Khusanov on board for the start of the 2023 season. His first match of the new season was on the 2nd of April against BATE Borisov. On the 23rd of April, Khusanov scored his first goal of the season in a match against Shakhtar Soligorsk. 3 days later, he was included in the list of the most promising players under the age of 20, where he took 15th place among centre-backs. In May, he impressed in the Under-20 World Cup in Argentina, playing a key role in 3 games but being knocked out in the round of 16. As a result of these performances, Khusanov received his very first senior Uzbekistan national team caps in June, playing 3 group stage matches in the Central Asia Nations Cup, which they finished as runners-up. Just a month later, on July 24th, he signed for Lyon on a 4-year contract for a measly fee of just €100,000. He got his first call-up to the Uzbekistan under-23s in September, playing thrice, including in an incredible 10-0 win over Hong Kong and a 1-0 win against Iran, in which he assisted the only goal and also got sent off. He made his Lyon debut on the 16th of September, losing 1-0 against Metz while becoming the first Uzbek ever to play in Ligue 1. On the 29th of November, Khusanov was substituted on in a 6-0 loss against Arsenal in the Champions League, becoming the youngest Uzbek to play in a UEFA competition. They were knocked out of the Champions League, but by virtue of their 3rd place finish in their group, qualified for Europa League intermediate knockout stage. In January 2024, Khusanov and the Uzbek team travelled to Qatar to feature in their 8th Asian Cup. He played in 2 group games, keeping clean sheets in both, and in the round of 16, a 2-1 win over Thailand. However, due to getting 2 yellow cards, he was suspended from playing in the quarters versus host Qatar, who would somewhat controversially go on to win the entire tournament. He's since gone on to represent the nation in all qualifiers, having 18 caps as of January 2025. In February 2024, he played both legs against Freiburg in the Europa League, including all 120 minutes of the away leg, which unfortunately ended in a 3-2 loss, thanks to an extra time goal from Michael Grigoric. All in all, Khusanov played 11 games in Ligue 1 that season, including 6 full 90s, keeping an impressive 4 clean sheets. In the summer of 2024, Khusanov had the unique honour of becoming an Olympian, standing alongside his countrymen in his then home of France to compete in the Paris Olympics. He played every minute in all group games, however, due to facing tough opposition in Spain and Egypt, did not proceed to the knockouts. In the 2024-25 season, he began to come into his own as one of the best young defenders in Europe. He played 13 games in Ligue 1 for Lyon, the full duration of 10 of them, helping the team keep 7 clean sheets. He was at the heart of the league's best defence. Statistics-wise, he was the only centre-back to be in the 80th percentile or higher for defensive actions, percentage of defensive duels won, and percentage of aerial duels won. He was also one of 2 centre-backs in the entire world to rank in as high as the 88th percentile for progressive passes and the 81st percentile of progressive pass accuracy. He is cut out to play at the game's highest level. Speaking of the game's highest level, on the 11th of January 2025, Manchester City had their bid for Khusanov, €40 million, accepted by Long. Khusanov's physicality, both in the air and in one-on-one duels, is especially needed right now at City, and his ability to build play from the back ensure that he will slot into Pep Guardiola's system well. He plays in a way akin to Ruben Diaz, who at the time of this video is out injured, so assumably, upon his arrival, he should fill in the same role alongside Nathan Ake and Josko Gvardiol. The meteoric rise of Abdukodir Khusanov isn't slowing down anytime soon, and I can't wait to see what he will bring to the table at City and what his impact on Uzbek football will be.